this subject has been hard for me to talk about a little because usually when I make my videos, I immerse myself in that feeling. What I wrote this morning, soul tie was on my mind and I had to break it. I thought about so many people that I've known in my life, and most importantly, I wish them well. And also, when I look back at my life, it's like I had lived three different lifestyles, if I can say, or two, from the time that I was born until I was about 12. I was a country boy. I would associate myself with nomadic tribes. And there was a season in my life where I was in a transitional place in this country, Kenya. And also, from the time that I was 14, I had lived in a Western lifestyle. Now, which led, guys, for me to really have so many soul ties because I have known different people. Now, when I was becoming born again, I had to break this soul ties. And let me tell you something. This has been the hardest thing I ever had to do. And guys, this morning, let me share with you how to break a soul tie, just in case you're struggling with this. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego. Actually, today, guys, this video is an important video. Seriously, that is something that has to do with our soul tie. Yeah, in fact, my awakening really has been about this very thing. Guys, in order for you to move forward, in order for you to be an eagle, fly as much as you should, you have to let go of the baggage that was holding you to the lower dimensions. And these are soul ties, really. Now, when preachers talk about this thing, they talk about generational curses, you know. But, and also, when people talk about soul ties, they are associated just with like their partner or like somebody they are engaged with sexually. And that is true, actually. That is like, how can I say this? Now, your spouse, guys, is somebody you have the most entanglement with. But soul ties can also be your mother, like a family. It can be your friends. It can be a business associates. It's like, what do you decide to marry two worlds together? However you do it. But the person you decide to lay down with, or the person you decide to marry, will be the biggest soul tie that you will have. Now, when your time comes for you to move to the next level, you have to have the courage to break those soul ties. Otherwise, you can't go. You cannot go to the next chapter of your life, guys, if you don't have the courage to break a soul tie that is keeping you in your lower self. Now, soul tie, guys, is not about distance. Meaning, you don't have to be in the same place with that person that you have that soul tie with. And soul tie, guys, is not about time. 50 years can pass and you still entangle yourself, or you still have that soul tie. Soul tie is energetic connection. You know what I mean? Now, the best way I can explain to you, or one of the biggest signs that you have a soul tie with somebody, is that if you think of that person and that thought is followed by a trigger that triggers you in a negative way or even in a positive way, which is a good thing, then you have a soul tie. Now, if you have a good soul tie that makes you a better person, I guess there's no need to break it. You need to cultivate that friendship or relationship. But if those soul ties or relationships are keeping you in your lower dimension, you have to break it. In fact, that has been my story. Since I've known so many different people with different background and class, you know, when I was doing what I was doing, sometimes guilt will come in, you know, because I still associate myself with my younger days. But after I've gone through my journey, let me just say it like this: I'm free as a bird. Yeah. All right, guys. What is the first way to break your soul tie? And that is, guys, you must confront that situation. When I was on this journey, I cannot exactly explain to you how it exactly happened, but I began to have a dialogue with my old world naturally and people in it. You know, it took me about 2 years, you know, for consistently communicating with my old world, you know, in order for me to get to the bottom of or break the soul tie. Now, when you confront this, and you also, guys, have to immerse yourself in that feeling, meaning that you have to feel those emotions that tie you to that person or to that place or to that thing. But that should be a temporary thing. Now, you're doing these things, guys, in order for you to understand. Guys, once you understand something, then you'll know how to deal with it. And also, you are understanding this so that this can lead to forgiveness on your side. And most importantly, guys, what do you confront? That will give you closure. Now, the last conversation I had with a person that was so important to me once in my life. Actually, this is hard for me to talk about, but that person apologized to me, you know, and I found a closure. Yeah, that's why, guys, you must confront your past. And most importantly, you have to do the forgiving. Once you forgive, and you leave that chapter behind you, guys, and the sign that to know that you've done that is when those things no longer trigger you. In fact, guys, when I talk about my awakening, this is how my awakening happened. You know, I went back to the place that I was born, and that was what triggered it. And that led me on a journey of self-discovery. Every time you have an emotion that is reactive, guys, to that thing, especially if that emotion is strong, let me tell you something, that is the feeling that is keeping you bondage to your lower self. Now, the only way to free yourself from this is to look at this bondage directly in the eyes. Yeah. And confront it. Understand it. Yeah. Now, the forgiveness you're going to do is for yourself. Now, the person might not, or the situation might not deserve forgiveness, but you have to forgive them and say, Lord, forgive them, for they do not know what they've done. Yeah, and then put that chapter to rest. All right, the next point, and this is the biggest one. How do you break a soul tie that is usually associated with your partner? This is a big one, but I got an answer for that too, guys. Yeah. Now, at every stage of your life, guys, the person that you attract is the person that was compatible with you at that stage of your life. Now, once you begin to rise, you know, now that means you're gonna have to change your partner and let him go. And let me tell you something, this is the hardest thing you will ever do. Especially when you've been having sex with someone for a long time, I would say, good luck breaking that soul tie. It has taken me a long time, especially with my first girlfriend. Guys, the only way around this is to heal. It's just to focus on the healing. When you heal and heal and heal, meaning that you're changing yourself, you're becoming a different person, and the people that you attract will begin to change. When that happens, understand, you're breaking a soul tie. You know, hello, how are you? Hello, dog. And before I close this video, let me just say this. If you consistently attract the same kind of people in your life, when it comes to partners, guys, or even friendship, even a job, even anything, you know, understand that you need to heal some more. And you need to break a soul tie. Okay, guys, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Until your next video, God bless and take care. Bye bye. See you.